everyone, Kate here, and today I will be reading and demonstrating an article from a 1919 edition of Ladies' Home Journal. The article is purportedly written by Mary Pickford herself, and outlines how she cares for that glorious hair that she was so famous for. Now, the photos in this article are pretty obviously staged, and she does neglect a few important details in her hairstyling routine that I will mention later on. But first, here is the original article as written. When preparing to wash my hair, I first give it a thorough combing. I always use a comb that has no fine tooth section. Fine teeth often break the hair. Beginning at the very ends, I work upward, combing away from me very gently, finally arriving at the roots. I always comb it myself, and to make certain there will be no strain on the strand I'm combing, I take a turn around my finger with it, bringing the stress on my finger and not on the lock. I might say that combing one's hair is by far the most important task in connection with its care. Most of us, I fear, give too little heed to this function. The more thorough the operation of combing, the less frequent will be the necessity of washing. Please keep your brush and comb spotlessly clean. A good carpenter always has sharp tools, and a lady with a crown of glory worth mentioning also has a clean comb and brush. Here you will see my maid Catherine doing the heavy work. Despite the care with which my maid washes my hair, I will always get soap in my eyes. Ordinarily, I wash my hair once every 2 weeks. If it happens that I have been motoring to any great extent, or working in the open without my hat, then of course I find it necessary to indulge more frequently in soap suds. It is a very good idea before washing the hair to tie a hot towel around the head for a few minutes. This has a tendency to stimulate the scalp. The water to be used should be very soft, preferably rainwater. But if this is not obtainable, then spring water will answer. The washing water should be quite warm. Liquid soap, made by boiling the shavings of any good brand of Castile soap, should be rubbed into the hair and water applied until a generous lather has been formed. Then, the soap should be rinsed out in clean, warm water. The shampooing operation should be repeated twice. After 2 applications of soap, I then give my hair a lemon rinse in tepid water. The purpose of this is to remove any excess of oil. Persons with dry or brittle hair, of course, should not use the lemon water. When rinsing, let the hair go up and down, in and out of the water. This will prevent the formation of snarls and tangles. After the lemon rinse, then an application of cold water to close the pores and to cleanse the locks thoroughly. If I am sun-drying my hair, I usually have the opportunity to read a scenario or do some other duty that requires concentration. To dry my hair, I tie a bath towel around my head and sit outdoors if the sun is shining. The purpose of the towel is to absorb as much as possible of the water. When this has been accomplished, I then remove the towel, and the sun completes the work. Of course, when there is no sunshine, then it is necessary to sit by a steam radiator, which is quite a bit like taking a Turkish bath. Let me say here that great care should be exercised not to overheat the hair while it is drying. In fact, one should be very careful not to overheat or chill the hair at any time. It is my belief that one of the reasons men become bald is because they wear airtight hats, never giving the slightest regard to the temperature of their scalp, with the result that it is frequently feverish, which in time causes the hair to fall out. Every strand of hair bears a resemblance to a blade of a sword. It is three-cornered, not round as many suppose, and is hollow inside. Unless the hair is clipped occasionally at the ends, it splits and the oil runs out, even as the sap runs out of a tree that has been gashed. This leaves the hair brittle and dry. The purpose of clipping, therefore, is to prevent this bleeding. Old-fashioned ladies clip their hair once every new moon. I find that it is necessary to clip only once every 5 weeks. One should never comb the hair while it is damp. When I am sure my hair is thoroughly dry, I comb it lightly to remove any tangles. To curl it, I dampen with cold, soft water, and then twine the locks one by one about my finger, combing all the while. I do this with every curl. I do not use Marcel wavers or curling irons of any kind. Hot irons ruin the hair by scorching it. Nor do I use ointments or patent hair tonics. Good Health is the best hair tonic I know of. And now the work is finished. I am ready to go before the camera. It has always been my belief that hair in itself is sufficient ornament, and probably it'll surprise many of you to know that I've never owned a fancy comb in my life. But perhaps I am unusually fortunate, for it happens that I come from a family which, as far back as can be traced, was always blessed with luxuriant hair. So I suppose it may be said that I have inherited my curls. However, I find that every precaution must be exercised to preserve them, and for this reason the care of the hair has become a religion with me. Okay, so what Mary has neglected to mention is the fact that her curls are not formed by wrapping them around her finger. That does not work. Mary Pickford actually used 2 kid curlers per curl and slept with this rather uncomfortable set. Those curls did not just magically happen. If you want full details on this curling method, plus how to make your own kid curlers, I did a 2-part series on this a while back that discusses the technique in depth. Well, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! This video is made possible through the generous support of my Patreon members. Thank you.